How y'all doing out there in video land? This Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. Well, today we got an unboxing. Let's get right to it. Hope everybody's doing good out there. We've been having some fire issues up here in Northern California. Doing the unboxing today. Oh yeah, my customized AD10 with original goat scales, the gun stock goat scales, aluminum goat scales. Absolutely love it. And that's the original backspacer that you get with the S35VN model. The Oz 8 or Oz 10, the Oz 10A version comes with the Grivex backspacer. The more expensive model comes with the heat-treated 6061 backspacer, aluminum backspacer. I just polished it all out. The reason why I put that out there is because somebody was asking me if that was the original goat backspacer. Nope, it's a cold steel backspacer. It came with the knife. It's just been polished. I like the Tanto AD10 the best. I have two of the regular ones, the original ones with the hollow grind, and then when the version that came out after that with the flat grind. But this the model that I like the best is the one with the hollow ground. The Saber hollow ground Tanto with the flat ground tip. 3.8 millimeters thick. Absolutely love it, people. These scales have been polished. They have like little grind lines in them, like very, very faint grind lines in them that you have to wet sand out in order to get the smooth finish. And so to get them to look like this takes a little bit of effort. They're very nice the way that they come stock, but if you want to get rid of that, if you want to give them that like real smooth finish, you have to wet sand them. And then you polish them all out. I started off wet sanding these with like about, I think it was like 600 grit because I was working on those grind lines. And then went all the way up to 3000 grit. And then I switched over to the buffing compounds with my buffer. My buffer is, this is my buffer. It's just a drill, handheld drill, and I use buffing pads on it. And I use all the buffing compounds. It's not, you don't have to have real big, expensive equipment. What am I doing it like this for? I got a knife. Oh, this is coming from Midway USA. Midway USA, people. And what is it? Another AD10. AD10, people. I got a good deal on this one, and that's the reason why I went for it. And I got it for like $93 out the door, and it's the CPM S35VN model. Still CPM S35VN, or just as S35VN. Weight 7.2 ounces, blade 3.5 inches, overall length 8 3/4 inches, handle 5 1/4 G10, blade thickness 3.8 millimeter. It is 3.8 millimeters too. This one's totally sealed. So let me see. Let you guys look at the box. Come from Midway USA. I don't really like to buy things off of eBay and Amazon no more when it comes to cold steels, because there's so many, and the reason being is because there's just so many counterfeit things out there, people. You just gotta be aware of it. Midway USA. Oh, okay, wait a minute. It says this product has been opened and inspected to ensure quality control. It passed with flying colors. Enjoy your product. Might be a return item then. Let me check it out. Blade centering is off a little bit, but it feels like the blade's loose too. Hold on. Okay. Let's check it out. And that looks pretty good. The exterior parts of it. Opens nice. No blade play up and down, no side to side. A little bit on the tight side, made it a little bit too tight. All the way down, back it off a quarter. That's usually like the way it usually works perfect. Okay, people, feels like a good one. And the reason why I got this one, here's my extra pocket clip, is because I wanted a stock one. Because now all my AD10s are modified. AD10, the Tanto ones anyway, are modified. The only ones I have stock are the ones without the Tanto blades, the drop point blade, I guess you would call it. But I wanted a stock Tanto version, just for as a collector, and also to be able to show when I do things with AD10s. Because I always like to be able to show the comparison of before and after. This one started out just like this. You can see where it is now. That's one thing you can do when you always have a stock one. You can compare it to the knife that you did modifications on. Beautiful knives, people. And that's all I really wanted to put out there today, just to let you guys see my new one. My new member of the family. The new member. Well, my other AD10, it's right here. I love the AD10, people. Love it. This one is the one with the AD10 blade. This is one of the first ones I did to show you guys that you can make a really cool knife for like around 110 bucks. I noticed that the scales price went up on these. They're like $90 now. But if you get the discount code, you can always find the discount codes and get like a 15 to 20% discount code. It brings it down a little bit to like around $70, $75. And then you can always find these, the AD10s, that have the Japanese AUS-10A. It's the AD10 Lite. AD10 Lite. Lots of times you can find them for like under $50. So that makes it like a $125 knife now. Mine did, it came out to about 110 bucks. Total cost to make it. Absolutely love it, people. And tell you the truth, this one's one that functions the best. I don't know why it's like the light models. I only have one light model, but this light model outperforms all my other AD10s. And what I mean by outperforms is like, I can't do this with the other ones. I don't know what it is, but this one, the one difference that this one has out of all my other AD10s, all my other AD10s are the S35VM models. So they're the higher end models. And they all have aluminum backspacers. That's what they look like if you polish them out. This is what the backspacer looks like if you don't polish it out. This is an aluminum backspacer, just like this one. Only this one's been polished. That's the only difference. And this one has a Grivery backspacer, which is like a type of a plastic. And I just sort of wonder if maybe it flexes a little bit or does something. But this one's a lot easier to use, people. The light model with the Japanese AUS-10A blade steel. It's a lot easier to use. And I think it has to do with the way that, the only difference is, like the blade dimensions and everything else is exactly the same. I swapped parts into this one, and it worked like a charm. And I put the S35VM model back in here. And it still works nice, but it doesn't work like the one with the 10A blade and the Grivex backspacer. But I like the way this one looks better though, people. So I don't want this one having the Grivex backspacer. But if you have one that's not a fancy one, the Grivex backspacer looks good to me. You know, this is the one that I got to show you what it looked like if you don't polish them out. This is the OG1 scale pattern from Original Goat. This is what it looks like when you don't polish them out. Nothing's been polished on this knife. This is just a stock knife that's been fitted to the OG Goat scales. And to me, this one, if you want to get one that works the best, I have to recommend the light model. The model you can get for $50 on sale. When they're on sale, they're like $50. When they're not on sale, they're like $80. But they're like $50 on sale, and then get these scales. I like these scales over these. And the reason being, they just feel better. They feel better. But the stock AD10 scales are very nice too. Let me show you the weight difference. There is a weight difference. There we go. Okay. Let's do the stock one first. Brand new bone stock. 7.1 ounces, advertised at 7.2, close enough. 7.1 ounces. Let's do this one next. This one, the S35VM blade, just like this one, with OG parts and modified parts. 6.7 ounces, 6.7 ounces. This one was 7.1. Yep, see the difference there? So this one's the heaviest. Second heaviest. There we go. 6.7 ounces weighs the same thing as this one. So the OG Goat kit, what I'm trying to put out there, when you do these, this actually feels tougher and stronger than this kit, or the original scale kit. Why? Because these are solid. These are nice, thick, solid scales. They're lightened up a little bit on the inside, but for the most part, these are pretty, thick and solid all the way through. I think these would be super strong. And you also can get them in titanium, brass, and copper. That's your choice. I choose aluminum because aluminum's the lightest. Brass, I love the way brass looks, but it's like really heavy. I love the way copper looks, but copper tarnishes like super fast. But it looks cool though, it looks cool. And titanium, I love titanium too, but it's also a lot heavier. It adds weight. And I like to have the strength without all the weight, and that's why I always like to choose the aluminum ones. Not only that, the aluminum ones cost less. The brass, copper, titanium scales, they're all up around $200 for the set. This set right here, they have it listed at $115, and this is like a $90 set. And I actually like these better, people. I've tried out the titanium scales, not on this model, but on other models, and I've always found that they make the knife real heavy. But when you get the aluminum ones, lots of times they make the knife lighter or just a little bit heavier than G10. That's the way I can compare it. In this case, they're lighter than the G10. This has aluminum scales. Has aluminum scales, 6061 heat treated aluminum scales all the way through it. I love the way these are made. And G10 scales, American G10 scales. With the 6061 aluminum backspacers, just coated with black. These knives to me are some of the best filling knives in your hand. They that's why I like the AD10 so much. And to me, it's an awesome self-defense folder. That's the reason why I choose the Tanto, because to me, the Tanto has better piercing power. It has a super strong tip. With the nice blade thickness, it makes an excellent self-defense tool. I love the way these feel in my hand. But then again, you know, like Andrew Dimko is a genius at making things that, you know, felt right in your hand. That balanced out right. 50-50 balance on it, people. 50-50 balance. And most Andrew Dimko designs were like that for folders. They all have pretty much 50, because he's a martial artist. So, you know, he knows how to make things proper. 50-50 balance. Absolutely love them, people. Highly recommend these. And when you do the aluminum ones and you polish them, it just feels good in your hand when like you're manipulating it. It just feels like it just wants to fly around all over the place. Excellent knife, people. Excellent knife. I must admit, another thing over all these other ones, I like these scales the best. What? Over the gun stock? You like those better than the gun stock? Gun stock looks super cool. It looks super cool, no doubt. And if you want to make a fancy knife, definitely go gun stock. But if you want to make a everyday user, I'm gonna recommend these. The OG one or the what's the other pattern I like? Shark's Tooth. OG one and Shark's Tooth to me are like awesome patterns for good grip. I mean, it just feels like you got good grip everywhere. These have always been like my number one grips for these is the OG ones. Absolutely love them, people. Absolutely love them. That's about all I got for that one, people. Peace out. Stiletto. Peace.